Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more. So here we are, once again with the Marianas turn. Now, I'm going to predict here we will actually see some combat. So that's going to be rather intriguing. And ideally we come out well. That'd be nice. So we'll go ahead here and take a look at the actual turn. There we go. Ideally things have gone well. I think we'll be alright. We did increase the amount of combat air patrol. I did rearrange how the squadrons would work. We do have a mixed combat air patrol in terms of altitude as well, which is quite good. So I think we'll be okay. Ideally we can shake some of that detection. I doubt it. I can imagine he's probably vectoring submarines onto our position. Right, Cord over here. Be escort my Shima. So he's definitely, I don't know, ASW attack near Guam. So it looks like these guys are on patrols then it seems. But we do spot something else there. It looks like we do have one of our submarines. We did see something over there by the north actually. That's interesting. I did see some temporary flotation found there. I didn't quite see what the name of the ship was. Okay. What does the day bring to us? Right, G3M3s there. Yeah, those are going to be the aircraft more than likely hitting us. Though he might be just running naval search at the moment. Okay. So we do shoot down one of his G3M3s, so he looks... Yeah, there we go, quite a few submarines there to our rear. It looks like he is running them on naval search. I don't think we're within range, yep, there we go. So we don't actually see ourselves going to attack, we don't attack either. Which is good, I mean, I'm not wanting to attack Saipan as of yet. We're in a position here where we're basically feeling him out as far as it goes. But you can see there are 3 Japanese submarines, so we do need to keep our carriers moving. Try and keep that position unpredictable as much as possible, really. I didn't quite get to see that supply phase. I wonder what that said. It said something one day or something of that nature. Oh, here we go. The Hermitage has arrived. There we go. So we're going to the tent, take a look. Minor problems, major solutions, once again. So we'll start as usual with the operational report. Ah, right, okay. So it is the flotation repairs found aboard the APA Frederick Funstman. So I do believe that was the one that was involved in a collision some time ago. Some days ago, really. Type A1 class is reported hit, all very good. Reported hit, Catalina there doing a good job. Oh, I see, 1 over June. So President Coolidge class seems ship will not return under repair. That's intriguing. It's the first time we've seen anything like that, to be honest, so I'm not entirely sure how that mechanism works as of yet. As we do have our Pican Express moving there. Take them some days to reach the area. But so far, so good here. Go ahead and grab these guys. Oh, I see. Obviously, they haven't finished. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine then. Place in the additional destroyers there. Now they'll begin moving. The Bennett making her way back home at a steady 33 knots. So I saw something around about this area. I wonder if he's moving convoys between Baldwab and Pililu to Iojima. Possibly. Detection isn't exactly great in the area now. Moving west. So he's, as far as I'm aware, not aware of these task forces. He's aware of this one. And that one. And that one too, okay. So he knows they're in the area. He must be running search aircraft from Marcus, then it seems. We're still seeing a large amount of enemy shipping over here. So you can see that our new submarines have made it, and still filtering through to this area. So I suppose the question is, how do I want to approach this? It doesn't seem like he has a huge amount of aircraft in the area. I don't want to hit the airfields. So it looks like he's running auxiliary from over here and then from Tinian. So I'm not entirely sure what date the combined fleet will arrive at. I think what I'm going to do here then is I could move some way distant to the north here. Possibly to about that position there. Maybe not so close though. Maybe not so close. Now that would place us 5 hexes from Pagan, 9 from Saipan. What I'd like to do here then is actually try to move my way around the Marianas. Now... Or do I move south? It's a hard choice, really, in some ways, because I don't want to hit the airfield over here. I think he's deliberately concealing his air power. moving east. I think what I'm going to do here then is maintain distance. So we'll go from there, about this position here then. Perhaps a little closer. 7 and 8 then at 11496. Around here somewhere, we should have it open like that sometimes. Okay, so about that. There we go, 11496. I mean, the question is, do I keep the carry groups together? They are powerful. I think they should. I mean, I think in the first few days we'll keep them together. I think it's one of these things of where it's not a bad idea. They're both spotted, not too much in the way of detection, but still spotted. See, what I'd like to do then is actually have them move to the other side into the Philippine Sea. But I'm not entirely certain here. What I want to do then, so we've moved from about this position to the north. I'm wanting to move back down this way. But we are maintaining, well, we do have a distance, but we are going to be within range to strike here. So I suppose what I'm trying to do here then is bait him. And I'm sure he'll recognize that. We did see that we shot down a G3M3. But I don't want to hit that airfield. It's only a few days until our landing forces arrive. Only a few days. So I don't have a huge amount of destroyers. I was considering then potentially breaking off a light cruiser force and a light cruiser and a few destroyers to act as like a sort of escort on surface combat, but I think they will be fine here. We do have 400 aircraft here. We have another 400 aircraft here. There is a large amount of ships there. What I'm hoping to do here then is just to clear the waters. And in doing so, I think it will clear the skies as well, depending. But I really do believe he's got his air power over there at Balboa Duab and Peleliu, and over there at Iwo. I do feel very much like it is indeed a trap. Okay, they are making their way back. But in all honesty, we don't have a huge amount of choice. More fuel there. Plenty more fuel as well, actually. The Oilers will be moving out. yeah, we do have submarines moving to the north there. Take some time, but they'll be able to make it. I think what I'm going to do in this turn, because I did see activity, and again, it doesn't make that much of a difference because I'll still not make it there. Right, mission speed's fine then. Yeah, I'm going to move this way here. I suppose in a way, I'm always going to be moving back and forth, just trying to keep him from guessing my location. Keep him from concentrating his submarines, because obviously submarines are here, so we'll move down there, get out of their way, then move back. Try and keep him guessing there. But I'm going to be moving within range here, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to actually engage the ship in here. I'm hoping he'll have them sent out, so we'll see. I think it's going to be a risky move, but we do have a lot of aircraft on combat air patrol, and we do have a high amount of AA, so I'm hoping that will work. We have both carrier forces concentrated together in the same hex. Obviously they won't be involved in the same battle as such, but ideally they will look after each other. To a degree. At least against shipping. I think that's about all I can do there. The weather is clear skies. Which, to be honest, is not the best thing for me. And there's cloud cover over the actual carriers at the moment. I'm praying that we might be able to lose detection, but I don't think we will. It's too large of a task force to lose sight of. Well, you'd think anyway. Okay, we know that he has just submarines over that way. And imagine all the submarines in this area probably moving this way. That one seems to be stationary, but then again, no, it's still moving. Yeah, I need Pagan. It is a bold strategy, I suppose. It's not anywhere near as bold as just going straight into the islands. But I do want to take Pagan first, because then at least I can actually go for a measured approach. Secure an island. It's basically just traditional strategy, isn't it? You secure an island nearby and then you move in. At least then we have a point to fall back from. But I can move a large amount of engineers there. I think what we'll do then is try and destroy as much of the shipping as possible, really. The air power I can handle as I can shoot them down. The issue is really, it is the shipping, the enemy shipping, that would cause the most issues. As obviously they'll force my landing forces to head elsewhere if they're on low threat tolerance. I mean, when we're going to hit these islands, we're going to have to go in on absolute threat tolerance and just go. Because if we run and keep running, then things are bound to get worse. So I think, yeah, to be honest, there's not that many moves here. It's a very quick turn. But I think this is what we must do. We'll try and engage his shipping. We've sank a few warships. We do have a large amount of actual submarines here. I think what I'll be looking to do here then is, let's see. I'm going to concentrate around Saipan at the moment. I'm going to avoid those mines, though, of course. Right, just try and concentrate around this area. There we go. I'm going to have to rely on the durability of our warships and the technology of the warships. And not to mention the aircraft as well, of course. I'm thinking such a concentration of strength we will... I mean, we should have we should have a much... Yeah, it should be a very large difference of aircraft numbers. I think you'll have something in the region of about I don't know, 200, 300 maybe at most. But I don't think they're here as of yet. I think he's aware of the fact that I would be hitting the airfields if they were, or buzzing them. It's not the aircraft that concern me so much, it's the actual ships. I'm hoping I can try and lean his attentions to the south. I'm sure he'll be able to predict my strategy, but I'm trying to keep him, like, in the dark as much as possible, really. My landing forces have been sighted, and that's the difficult thing. He's more than likely running patrols from Wake Island and from Marcus Island. Speaking of Wake Island, I could do with moving this submarine up. So, he knows we're coming. Hard to deny that one. And we've not done badly. We have sank a good number of submarines here. We did sink the Oi being obviously the greatest prize out of Kitakami class. Few transports being sunk as well. So far we haven't lost a ship, which is good. He did get points for damage there. See, this is it. Japanese ships damage. They're either destroyed or we just don't find them. See, Pagan's worth basically nothing. So I'm hoping he'll see that and think, okay, he's not going to go for Pagan. He's going to try to make it for one of these islands. It's like, I'd rather do this. It might delay us, but then what I could do is converge my landed forces and hit one of these other islands. I mean... What's the garrison of Tinian? 11,000 men. It is quite a few days until I gain these divisions over here. So we don't have to worry too much. We can take our time. So I'm going to take my time. We'll take Pagan. We can basically ready our forces and then move on to one of these other islands. I think the way to do it is we'll suppress his islands through air power. Suppress the seas with air power. Take the islands one at a time, perhaps. Just concentrate our power against them. It's one of these things like, I could land on the other island, but the thing is, if I'm doing that, I'm doing simultaneous landings, which I could do. I do have the power to do that. But it might be a case of concentration. I mean, which island is worth the most here? 418, 220, 300. So it's obviously sign pattern. And I could even potentially build up an airfield on one of these islands here, perhaps. See, Pagan's held due to the fact that it is rough terrain. I think what we'll do then is we'll try to take out his ship in here, but I think I will try... I don't know, I think we really have to see how the next turn's gonna look. Because we are going to have to hit Pagan, and we're going to have to hit Pagan hard. Really, really hit it hard. I think the best case scenario is probably, as the ships are drawing in, we'll just commence an air bombardment of the island, perhaps. And just keep hitting the island's defences over and over and over. Just try to soften them up as much as possible. And obviously the big guns of the bombardment will come in, try and land as many men as possible. Trying to set up a beachhead, and then over the course of the days, potentially bombardment, air power, bombardments, that sort of thing, really. But I need to secure one of these islands. Absolutely need an island here. If I secure one of these islands, such as Pagan, repair the airfields, I could actually then use my own craft, because a level 5 airfield, that is no joke. That is no joke. I'd be able to use my heavy bombers from there. And I'd be able to obviously base fighters, base whatever the hell I like. Obviously we'd work on expanding the size of the airfield. But, yeah, that would be the key there. Because once I'd taken that position there, got down enough supply, enough fuel, etc., etc., it's going to look after itself. The air power projected from the island will augment that of the carriers. So perhaps when the combined fleet does arrive, they're going to have to contend with the fact that one of the island chain has fallen. And, we have an unsinkable aircraft carrier. It is going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. I think it's going to really heat up. I really do. I'm not entirely sure if I'm making the right choice. But I think I'd say it's the cautious choice. It's not too bold, but it's bold enough when it's going to see the seas cleared. I do have an objective in mind, and that is to clear the seas of impediment. But also to try, I don't know, I suppose this is it. It's like, I don't think I can fool him into what my objective is. Of course, at the end of the day, he knows I'm going to be coming for the islands. I hope he's going to think I'm going to be coming for one of the main islands first, and not Pagan itself. But then again, he's going to see my forces over here. I'm hoping he believes that I'm moving in this way. I might actually move in, potentially on a course to Saipan until the very last moment, and then hit Pagan. That might be the way to do it. But thank you so very much there, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. And of course, if you have enjoyed this, please do consider becoming a subscriber, and of course becoming a Patreon backer. Really appreciate it. It makes a major difference. Especially in a world when we have these minor problems. Until next time, guys, thank you so very much, and goodbye.